how do I select an item or document from the database? So in my application, I'm going to make sure I'm connected to MongoDB and then listen on my port. If I look at my routes here, I can see that I have this contacts route, and I have two different functions in here, two different routes. I have one to get all of my contacts and one to get a single contact. Now, if I look at my contacts collection, this is what it looks like. I have 202 items in it. Okay, and if I click on any one, here's what this single contact looks like. Okay. So right here, let me just look at my controller to see what that logic looks like. So I have this first one. This is my example to get all. Notice that this uses find and this uses find. Up to this point, these requests, so this right here and this right here, are exactly the same. Okay. This find function though in MongoDB allows me to have all sorts of filters in here. In this case, when I want to find a single item in a collection, I can filter by anything. So this one right here says, hey, I want to find an ID where the ID is equal to user ID. Well, let me try something else. So if I go to routes.rest, I'm going to send this to get all contacts. And then if I copy this ID and say send request, I should just get Camilla back. Okay, and I did. So both of those work really well, but I can actually filter that by anything. So if I changed my controller to say, hey, rec.params.id, let's actually make it, we're just gonna force this to accept a first name, okay? I'm not gonna change this, it really doesn't matter. But right over here, I'm gonna pass in Camilla instead of that ID. Let's see if this works. It did not like that. It's probably because it's a string. Yeah, so it didn't work because it's a string instead of that ID. But if I had, let's see here, I'm gonna put that back the way that it was. Instead, I'm just not gonna use this user ID right now, but I am gonna say I wanna filter it by that first name. And I'm just gonna hard code Camilla in right here, just to show you guys how this works. Okay, I can filter seriously by anything. Okay, and I could put that back to that ID. We're not using it. I'm gonna send that request and let's see if it works. Okay, just so that you know, I'm not getting it by that ID. I can send that request and I still get Camilla. Okay, if I get all of these and I'm like, hey, I actually want to get one. We could do anything. I could say with emails that end with gmail.com, or I could say last name of Clark. Let's try that. So I'm going to say last name is Clark, and let's send that request. How did that stop? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I can filter by pretty much anything. And if you look, I could actually say, hey, last name is going to be Clark and first name is going to be Camilla. Okay. I don't think this will pull up anything. We could try it though. Let's send that request. Yeah, I don't have a Camilla Clark. But if I had a bigger database, I might, So this find function is extremely powerful, and that's how you can select an item or document from within a database.